A few days before the U.S. says it will sanction everyone who buys oil from Iran, Tehran's foreign minister is accusing the White House of trying to destroy his country.
Well, it will show to the Iranian people that the United States is not worthy of being a negotiating partner. We will survive.
The U.S.'s response: Tehran is trying to avoid being held accountable for its pursuit of nuclear weapons and its role as a state supporter of terrorism.
By Iran's own estimates, the end of these waivers will have an even more significant effect. I'm touched that ZARIF is worried that our allies are sometimes impatient with us on this point. But as I say, we've made clear our objective is the elimination of Iran's nuclear program, making sure its ballistic missile program is under control.
The U.S. says that since it quit the Iran nuclear deal and reimposed sanctions a year ago, Tehran has lost some $10 billion in revenue. That's money the White House says can't be spent on groups including Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthi fighters in Yemen. U.S. officials argue Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are prepared to replace the estimated 1 million barrels per day that Iran provides to the global market. The Saudis say not so fast.
Inventories actually are continuing to rise, despite what's happening in Venezuela, despite the tightening sanctions on Iran. So I don't see the need to do anything immediately.
What's more, China, which is currently Iran's biggest oil customer, is likely to undercut Washington's plans to enforce a global boycott.
They have set up mechanisms through which they can buy Chinese oil without going through the U.S. banking system. They could perhaps do this through some Chinese banks that are already under sanction anyway. So how much worse is it going to get?
The U.S. government says it will do all it can to limit what it calls Iran's malign influence in global affairs. But analysts say the oil economy is a global one, and that even a country as powerful as the U.S. can't manipulate it for its own foreign policy goals. Rosalind, Al Jazeera, Washington.